gone and stuck up for you.
You know what?
Whatever.
You didn't call me because you were pissed off about something else.
Sitting there.
That shows me that you're really not a good friend. I know.
I won't
know,
be your
because
friend,
I kiss
ever.
everyone's ass to get
do.
my kid head. No, I don't.
You do.
You,
Ask
Kelly.
Abby.
Christy and Kelly take on Abby in what becomes an epic classroom showdown. It's all about costumes, critiques, and chaos in the ALDC. From the moment the episode kicks off, it's clear we're in for a crazy ride.
Because they are reliving their childhood through all of you. And that's when the trouble happens. I am the leader, I am the teacher. You do what I say. When your mother's telling you something else to do, that becomes a conflict. Do you understand that? Now, Nia, how do you think you did?
Well, I think we could have improved.
What do you need to improve?
The scene erupts as Christy and Holly, huddled together, exchange worried glances and whispers that grow increasingly frantic. Their concern? The costumes Abby Lee Miller, the indomitable dance instructor, has chosen for their daughters. As Abby reveals each costume, the mom's anxieties heighten. Too revealing, too mature, completely inappropriate for their young daughters. The costumes, scanty and provocative, spark outrage among the moms. Christy and Holly, protective and fierce, become the de facto leaders of the dissent, voicing their concerns with a passion that only mothers fighting for their children's innocence could muster.
Oh, showing off your sexy little bod.
Just, you want these on the side, I guess?
They look like little tarts. They do not look like little girls.
They don't think of it as they're dancing in a bra. It's their costume.
But you know what? There are people in the audience who see them and they think they're dancing in the bra.
We've had costumes smaller. It's that it looks sleazy.
I think it's too sexy.
Abby, queen of the dance floor, does not hold back. Her response is sharp, her glare even sharper as she defends her choices with the authority of a seasoned choreographer. She believes the outfits will make the routines stand out. But the moms are not having it. No way. And they're ready to rumble. They're not just upset, they're armed for battle. The tension escalates, and the studio feels more like a battleground than a place of artistic pursuit.
Chloe is my biggest competitor. I think I'm a little bit better than her because I've won many awards than her.
My daughter's supposed to be doing her solo this weekend. Why isn't she working with my kid? Why is she in there doing this? Is this competing?
Her last name isn't Ziegler.
Maddie's been in class this week working on her solo, and it's perfected. And
The auditorium becomes a furnace of heightened emotions as Holly steps forward, her arguments like sharp blades. She articulates her points with precision, each word slicing through the heated air. The other moms support her, their collective disapproval forming a thick wall of resistance. Abby senses the uprising and the challenge to her reign. The confrontation intensifies, making it clear that this isn't just about costumes. It's about values and the vision each party holds for these young dancers.
This is going to be very conservative. I feel that the costumes are going to be very low-key and the dances as well.
the other girls competing are probably going to be wearing, gowns from head to toe, and here we come, naked.
Hi, girls. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Girls, you have everything? Costumes?
Nope.
Shoes?
Christy? Oh, she is not finished yet. She steps into the limelight, her eyes blazing with a mother's fury. She pleads for a sense of decency, arguing passionately for the innocence and appropriateness of their daughter's stage presence. Her voice fills the studio, echoing off the walls as she makes a heartfelt case against sexualizing young performers. The studio transforms into a war zone of wills, with Christy at the forefront, battling not just for her daughter, but for all the girls.
Because we're doing a little doll dance in a sweet little dress. Abby sees what's out there, and all of a sudden we're dressed like streetwalkers, and we're here in Lancaster, home of the Amish, in these horrifying outfits. It's just so inappropriate, it's unreal.
Timing. All right, stretch the foot on the turns. All right, let's go. Do not rehearse. Today's the competition. We're here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania at StarQuest.
About time. This mother of all battles came to a head. Yep, it was showdown time. And the stakes were sky high. The entire studio, now packed with dancers, parents, and onlookers, watches with bated breath. Who would bend first? Would Abby pull rank? Or would Christy and Kelly's maternal instincts cause a costume revolution? With the whole studio watching, this clash would go down in Dance Mom's history.
Thank you very much. Go ahead and head upstairs. Try to get some pictures.
Can we really eat?
Abby, I really need to see you right now, please. I think you and I both know that left me very uncomfortable to see my little girl on stage gyrating.
And you know what's so weird is your child loved it and wanted to do it.
Yeah, I know. But it's our job as her
protect them.
mentors to protect them,
them.
not encourage that.
Exactly.
Like-
She is a child. She is 9 years old.
Yes,
And I'm
and go
protecting
ask your
my child.
go ask your 9-year-old if she likes what she's wearing.
Over here, we have an explosive episode at Nationals where Kelly's temper hits a boiling point, causing a scandalous scene that threatens to derail her daughter's dance dreams.
Today is the first day of a new season. These kids have been on a month-long break. All right, let's talk about the Big Apple. And the Abby Lee Dance Company didn't take a bite out of anybody. This season, I expect a lot more from my dancers. I'm gonna push them like I've never pushed before.
I only hope that we could be so lucky that Asia and Christy join us maybe next week, because I haven't been threatened to have my ass kicked.
At the bottom, Kendall, you were 4th. Maybe without the crying, you would have been higher. I cannot say that about you.
From the get-go, the air is thick with tension as Kelly's frustration simmers just below the surface. Her demeanor is like a ticking time bomb, each tick echoing her growing annoyance. The atmosphere at the competition is brimming with pressure, and it's clear Kelly is on the edge. As her frustrations mount, her ability to contain them wanes, setting the stage for an inevitable eruption. Her irritation is palpable, the air charged with her pent-up energy waiting to burst.
Why I chose this music, get up, get loud, get tough, because if you're gonna be in this business, you have to be open to the criticisms. You have to be open to the haters. You're skinny, you're blonde, you're pretty. You're telling me nobody at school hates you? Wake up. Last week, Paige was publicly humiliated by a choreographer. I want Paige to realize that I was proud of her. In what better way than to honor her with a solo?
But as the competition heats up, so does Kelly's temper. A misstep on stage, a sharp word from fellow dance mom Jill, and the simmering pot of Kelly's discontent boils over. The environment becomes electric, every glance and whisper adding fuel to the already blazing fire. Tension slices through the backstage area, so thick you could cut it with a knife.
Kelly refuses to talk to Abby about what she's feeling.
All right, go.
I want to find out why Abby chose Brooke. And then I want Abby to tell Kelly what a good opportunity this is. Hi, Rach. Abby, Kelly's having a fit. I said I think it's a good opportunity for her. But I just, so why,
Hey, who
why
cares
bring...
what Kelly says?
Kelly is being ungrateful. Kendall's never had a special part.
Then chaos reigns and reigns. Kelly's outburst cascades into a full-blown spectacle. Her voice crashes through the conversations, silencing some and motivating others. The other moms are split. Some sympathize, while others recoil in shock. Kelly is unreachable, consumed by her rage, her emotions spilling over and engulfing the room in a fiery display of unchecked fury.
You guys, everybody up here needs to buck up, because this is getting ridiculous.
I talked to Kelly about it several
I did
times.
too.
And there's-
I mean, it's
no
a great
one said a word. I said it's a great opportunity for Brooke. That was
It
rude
is.
of her.
I'm sure that Jill wishes that Kendall had the same opportunities as Brooke and Paige this week, but I'm really afraid of what Jill just started. What'd you say to Abby?
None. I was going to the bathroom. I just told them to stop talking about my kid.
She said it was an opportunity for Brooke, and I said, I agree, go tell Kelly. She said, no, Kelly should see that for herself.
In response, Abby's demeanor turns icy. Her patience, already thin, is stretched to its limit by the unfolding drama. As the backstage turns into a battleground, the tension spills over into the public eye, transforming a private dispute into a public spectacle. The crowd, caught between the performances on stage and the unfolding drama among the moms, watches with bated breath as the situation escalates into a full-blown cat fight, drawing as much attention as the dances themselves.
Hi, Julie. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Sit.
Did you see me almost get hit in the parking lot?
Oh, no, I missed that.
Jill, Melissa, Holly, and I decided to meet for lunch because something is clearly bothering Kelly, and I think we need to get together to kind of figure out what that is, so maybe we can help. Well, we're here for an intervention.
I just never understand Kelly. She doesn't want to dance with the little ones. She gets a special part. She doesn't want to dance with the big ones.
It's only a matter of time before this powder keg of pent-up emotions explodes. The question on everyone's mind: will Kelly's volcanic outburst cost her daughter Brooke her place on the team? With the national title hanging in the balance, the repercussions of this meltdown loom large. This is so much more than just a personal conflict. It is a crisis that could alter the course of the competition and Brooke's future in dance.
You can
tell your mom this. She goes, tell your mom.
It's okay. It's okay.
You know, it's not about you.
It's not.
It's not. It's not you. It's nothing personal.
That really says a lot about a person. You know, that you could look at someone and say, my daughter's better than you. Like, that's hurtful.
She is.
That's cute.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Christy.
Hello.
I don't have a hard time sitting up here chit-chatting, talking about dance stuff and things like that.
Fasten your seatbelts and prepare for a turbulent ride as Jess's frustrations boil over in the land down under. It's a clash of wills in a foreign, and things are pointing to an explosive clash that threatens to shake the very foundation of the ALDC.
Beat you by 15 points.
How dare you?
I have gone and got you Coney dogs when you wanted. Coney dogs with mustard.
Does that work?
Must for her.
Oh, trying to kiss my ass.
You said when you have a problem with any mother that you go after the child.
I'm afraid of consequences.
You're afraid of her.
Abby likes to rule the world, and that's how Abby is.
The tension is palpable from the moment the team sets foot on Australian soil. The atmosphere is charged with a mix of excitement and apprehension. Jess, however, finds herself quickly spiraling as she navigates the unfamiliar territory. Her eyes dart about, setting an ominous tone. As the initial excitement of the arrival wears off, the underlying tensions begin to surface, and it's clear that Jess is on edge, her mood darkening with each passing moment. The drama intensifies as Abby decides to shift her attention towards some of the other dancers, sidelining JoJo. Jess's patience, already hanging by a thread, finally snaps. The sudden outburst catches everyone off guard. Dancers freeze mid-step, and the other mom's whispers halt as they turn to witness the eruption. The tension in the room thickens, filling the space with a heavy, uneasy silence that is just too uncomfortable.
Welcome back to Dance Moms Seeing Stars. Now, Holly, you've said that you don't feel that Jill and Melissa support you when you stand up to Abby. Tell us what you mean by that.
They will support me. They can even agree with my points of view. But if Abby says otherwise or differently, then that's what a friendship ends. I have never seen them as afraid. And I didn't realize that Abby could manipulate them to do things based on fear. And she thinks that she relishes in that.
Accusations start flying from Jess's lips, each word laden with frustration and anger. Her face turns a shade of deep red, her hands flailing about, emphasizing her heated words. Kira, quick to respond, fires back with cutting remarks that slice through the already tense atmosphere. The verbal sparring escalates, with both mothers fiercely defending their points, not one of them willing to back down.
I don't think our friendship is based on fear. I really don't.
It's not with me.
You said we're afraid. If Abby says something, that trumps our friendship. I'm afraid of consequences.
That she'll do to our kids.
Like if Abby
It's the
says...
same thing. You're afraid of Abby because she has power over your kids, so you're afraid of her.
Abby is Abby, and Abby likes to rule the world, and that's how Abby is, right?
I don't think the world. I think my dance studio and my dance company and the children's futures.
And when you see Abby doing something wrong, you will not stand up and say it.
As the argument between Jess and Kira escalates, the topic shifts to Abby's fairness and her commitment to all dancers. The studio becomes a battleground of words and wills. The dancers, caught in the crossfire, display expressions ranging from shock to concern. Melissa, in contrast, maintains an expression of icy control, her face a mask that hides her inner turmoil over the escalating conflict. The drama reaches a boiling point as Jess passionately defends JoJo, questioning the integrity of Abby's decisions and leadership. With each heated exchange, the tension mounts, pushing the team to its breaking point. It's a critical moment that threatens to sever ties and change the course of their journey with the ALDC. The air is thick with anticipation and dread, signaling that this confrontation will leave lasting marks on everyone involved.
I used to work there. I watched these little ones grow up. Over the last few years, they've grown up so quickly, it seems, and I miss them being babies for sure. Maddie has always been Abby's favorite. They've had this bond and this relationship that a lot of kids don't have with her. Mackenzie's had to work really hard over the years to get Abby's approval. She was the smallest of the group and come such a long way from her little mouse solo to now.
As the episode episode wraps, the fallout from this fiery exchange is palpable, setting the stage for even more drama in the next installment of their Australian adventure. About time, this down-under drama hit boiling point. Would Jess's fiery defense of JoJo spell the end of their journey with the ALDC? With tensions at breaking point, this outburst was set to leave marks that no one could ignore.
She was not a former member. She was never a part of the ALDC. She's never signed a contract.
No, and that poor mommy came and cried to me about her daughter. Please put me on TV and blah, 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 blah.
So why does Jeanette bother you so much?
She doesn't bother me. Just people in life are users. There's people that use other people. I'm not a user. Pay my bills. Do what I'm supposed to do. Help others.
All right, well, let's bring out Jeanette. She's here. I'm sure she's ready to defend herself. Please welcome Jeanette.
Prepare yourself for an explosive, mind-blowing episode of Dance Moms as Ashley steps into the arena, ready to defend Brynn against any and all who challenge her place on the team. Tensions skyrocket in the ALDC studio, turning it into a veritable battleground of accusations and defense speeches that test the unity and resilience of the entire team.
Dang, that gold Charleston costume is missing.
Abby, are you gonna come do Hairman?
No. I spent 2 hours last night looking for a piece of fabric after I told them to pull it out. The Bobs are always looking for me at the studio. I don't think they have any idea the kind of stress that I'm under running a business. Just give me my space, let me do what I need to do, and when I'm ready, I'll be out there. If they respected me as a businesswoman, they would stay out of my hair.
As the rehearsal progresses, Ashley's frustration boils over. The rehearsal space buzzes with the usual pre-practice chit-chat until Ashley's patience snaps. What begins as a typical session quickly devolves into a spectacle of dramatic proportions. Ashley's voice slices through the melody of the practice music, silencing the room with the sharpness of her tone. Abby's expression hardens into a stoic mask, recognizing the signs of a brewing storm. The dancers halt, their movements frozen mid-step, and the moms exchange careful glances, bracing for the storm ahead.
Welcome back. We were at Expressions Dance Competition, and you guys did really well. We did something that was completely unexpected by the crowd and by the competition, and you were the overall high-scoring winning group. All right, let's talk about our trios. So Brynn, congratulations. She led her team to victory. You were the highest scoring duet trio of the event. I thought you were outstanding. From where I was sitting, I love the number.
As Ashley's accusations fly, they land like verbal grenades, causing gasps and widened eyes around the room. She points accusing fingers at several of Brynn's teammates, claiming biases and unfair treatment. The room erupts into utter chaos, with some mothers rising to defend their own daughters while others call for calm. The air thickens with tension, each word from Ashley adding fuel to an already blazing fire. Emotions run high, allegiances are tested, and the unity of the team hangs by a thread.
I'm tired of people poking at Kendall. She says what she wants to say. She says her true feeling. And I like that. That's how I've raised her. But she shouldn't have to leave because of Ashley. How do you feel about yesterday?
I mean, honestly, no one ever feels good about themselves when someone talks crap about you, so I don't know how you
Okay,
feel.
but that was yesterday, right? And we're gonna start fresh. The only thing you and I can do...
Abby, attempting to play peacemaker, raises her voice in an effort to regain control over the escalating situation. However, Ashley is relentless, and right now, nothing can stop her. Her maternal instincts morph into aggressive confrontation as she stands unwaveringly in Brynn's corner. The studio splits into factions, with each comment deepening the divide. This isn't just about dance anymore. It's about respect, recognition, and the right to be heard. The team stands at the brink, the atmosphere charged with hostility and misunderstanding.
Remember, the movements have to be bigger with those jackets on.
I think since all the stuff happening with Ashley, the morale is very weird.
Don't get me wrong, we've had very volatile, stressful situations, but this environment, it's on a totally different level.
I expect people to react to something sometimes the way that I would react to it. And so when I get a reaction that's way more than I expected, sometimes I'm taken back.
The journey of this volcanic episode reaches its peak as the conflict forces everyone to confront their roles within the team. Ashley's relentless defense of Brynn divides opinions even further, pushing the team to a critical juncture. Would this fiery crusade isolate Brynn even more? Or could it somehow forge a path to a new understanding within the team? Accusations fly like arrows in a battlefield, each one threatening to irreparably reshape the dynamics of the ALDC. The stakes are higher than ever, and the fallout from this confrontation could completely redefine the future of the team.
She was born into it. You never had a choice, did you? Brynn, will you be a resident of the Abbey Ladies?
Welcome to the dark side.
Or just visiting.
It's like you're playing Monopoly. You're either in jail or you're just visiting.
We're not mentioning jail.
Poor choice of words.
All right, I need the girls to come with me. We're gonna go check the stage.
What do you think Abby meant about that Mackenzie residency stuff?